Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dongsheng. The day before Thanksgiving, Jamie Dimon, CEO of JPMorgan Chase, apologized to the Chinese Communist Party because of a joke. Mr. Dimon made the joke the day before at an event at Boston College, where he answered questions about JPMorgan's relationship with China and the contentious issues such as the tensions with Taiwan and the security measures in Hong Kong. He said, quote, "I was just in Hong Kong and I made a joke that the Communist Party is celebrating its 100th year, so is JPMorgan. I'd make you a bet we last longer." On Wednesday, November 24th, JPMorgan released a statement saying his comment was inappropriate. The statement read, quote, "I truly regret my recent comment because it's never right to joke about or denigrate any group of people, whether it's a country, its leadership, or any part of a society and a culture. Speaking in that way can take away from constructive and thoughtful dialogue in society, which is needed now more than ever," unquote. Please be noted, JPMorgan has made significant inroads in China in recent years, where it has enjoyed certain privileges. Earlier this year, JPMorgan won approval from regulators to assume full ownership of its China securities venture, a sign that the country was further opening up to international business. In a statement at the time, Dimon called China one of the largest opportunities in the world for many of our clients and for JPMorgan Chase. In mid-November, Dimon also made headlines on his trip to Hong Kong, where he was granted a special government exemption to skip one of the world's longest quarantines. On Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, a Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman said, quote, "We noted the news and also his sincere reflection on his remarks. I think this should be the right attitude," unquote. Please also be noted, candor is one of Mr. Dimon's charms, and he did not feel obligated to apologize for remarks criticizing his own country's politics. He has long been a colorfully outspoken commentator on the quality of the U.S. leaders. Who can forget that when most of the liberal corporate elite kept their distance from President Trump, Dimon vowed to work with him. And yet, in 2018, Mr. Dimon said that if he ran for president, he would beat Donald Trump. "I'm smarter than he is," he said. Earlier this year, he is also critical of President Biden's plan to raise taxes on large corporations and the wealthy and spend more on infrastructure. "We are just throwing money. It doesn't work," Dimon said. "We already wasted tremendous sums of money." In 2019, Mr. Dimon, along with 180 top executives, issued a statement titled "Statement on the Purpose of a Corporation." Mr. Dimon declared the need for modernized principles by which American companies should live. What are the modernized principles? Basically, it is no longer obligated to maximize returns to their shareholders. Instead, that a company must diversify its priorities, customers, employees, suppliers, and wider social, environmental, and even cultural duties. Behind all these priorities is shareholders. I don't know what you think about this statement. I, for one, believe it is more like a public relations exercise to appease progressive critics. Mr. Dimon's Thanksgiving apology proved that for his bank at least, the pursuit of profit is indeed paramount, and the return to shareholders must take priority over other interests such as human freedom and dignity. JPMorgan has a significant business in China and wants more. It is unfortunate that many American business leaders, on one hand, they are lecturing Americans on their flaws. On the other hand, they are submitting to Chinese communist regime. For a person like me, who is from China, it is hard to believe that leading business executives in one nation feel safe to trash their own countries, its leaders, and its values while lauding those of its adversary. It is mind-boggling. It reminds me of a joke during the Cold War. Ronald Reagan liked to tell it. It's about an American and a Russian arguing about freedom in their countries. The American says he can go into the Oval Office, pound the desk, and say he doesn't like the way the president is running the country. The Russian replies that he can do that too. Anytime he wants, he can go into the Kremlin, pounding on the table, and say he doesn't like the way the American president is running his country. In China, the Communist Party's durability is no laughing matter. 10 years ago, it was common and widely accepted to see economic engagement with China as encouraging the country's eventual political liberalization. No one has that excuse today. CCP did not change, will not change, and cannot change. The evidence is everywhere. From the suppression to its people's freedom, to the persecution of minorities, from the illegal de facto annexation of Hong Kong to the threats it makes to its neighbors. I wish Mr. Dimon hadn't apologized. He spoke the truth. JPMorgan Chase might very well outlast CCP. Although China's Communist Party talks as if it's invincible, it keeps acting like it's not. How else to explain Beijing was upset a seemingly benign joke? Or why the party is afraid of letting tennis player Peng Shuai appear in public after she accused a former senior official for sexual assault? Or why the Censor Bureau banned the popular song Fragile? Maybe it is fragile. Dictatorships always look invincible until they are not. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.